Hey guys, Sugar Diamond here. And today I'm going to be teaching all of you how to make some Starbucks drinks for your LPS, dolls, or other small toys. So yay, let's get on to this DIY. You will need some clear tape. I'm using clear packaging tape, although you can use regular tape, but packaging tape is a bit stronger, so I would recommend this if you have it. And you will need this toothpicks, or you can also use some Q-tips. You'll need some clear see-through plastic. You'll need some paints, and you'll also need all the paint supplies, like a paintbrush, and all that other stuff. And you'll also need some cotton balls or just some white puffy paint. And you will also need some scissors. And you will need a permanent marker of some sort. And you will need tacky glue. So you want to take a piece of see-through plastic, and if you don't know where to get this or whatever, it comes on a lot of toy packaging, like dolls usually, so yeah. And then after that, you want to sort of trace out a shape that looks like this. And I would recommend making it a bit long, so like about a finger length or so, because you want to cut within the black lines so you don't get the black lines on your cup. Once you have it all cut out, what you're then going to want to do is to curve it into a cup-like shape, and then take a piece of packaging tape and secure it.
You may also need to put a piece on the inside if it doesn't stick. Hopefully it will.
I put a piece on the inside just to make sure. After that, you want to trim off it so it's like even at the bottom and even at the top as well. Once you have this, what you're then going to want to do is to take a piece of plastic and place it down with the base of the cup. Then taking your permanent marker, you want to trace around the outside of the cup, trying to not get any Sharpie on the bottom of your cup.
What I like to do is I like to take a piece of paper and wrap it around it, then tape it, so then I can trace around without getting the cup dirty.
Then cut out the bottom. Now take the base and line it up as best as you can with the bottom, making sure that they're lined up as best as you can. Then taking your tacky glue, you want to squeeze it so it's so it sticks in the inside and it secures the base to the actual cup. Once it is in the base and the bottom sticks to the cup, you want to let it dry until the tacky glue hardens. Okay, so it's currently the next day. I've waited overnight, so let's take a look at the cup. Okay, so here is what it looks like. As you can see, there's some excess on the bottom, so I'm going to carefully trim it off, trying to not pull the bottom off. So here is it. I trimmed it all up. And so now it's time for the most creative part, which is deciding the flavor that you want to make your drink. Gonna have to think about this. So for my first drink, I'm gonna stay classic, and I'm gonna go with the strawberries and cream frappuccino. So yeah, I'm using this paint called Pink Chiffon, I don't know, but yeah, it's like this really nice light pink color, and yeah.
So basically you're going to want to take a paintbrush, and if you're using, if you're making a vanilla bean frappuccino, you can use a toothpick to make the little beans, but yeah, you want to paint in the inside of the cup to make it look like it's actually in there.
Oh, and also, by the way, in case you don't want to paint the inside of your drink like this, if you don't want to do that, you can always just stick colored paper inside of it instead. Or you could dunk cotton balls inside of paint and just stuff it in there. Although I find that the cotton balls take up a lot of paint because they just absorb it, so it's sort of a waste. So it's better to paint it, but you can use that technique if you want.
And when you are painting your cup, as you can see, it's sort of translucent a little bit. Yeah, because, yeah. But afterwards, after when it dries, I'll show you a technique to make it so it's like not translucent like this. Do you see that? Yeah, I'll show you a technique. Don't worry.
Okay, so for the next part, as you know that this is like at a certain angle, you can sort of see through the paint a little bit. So basically you want to take some cotton balls and just like sort of tear it up like this, and you want to stuff it in the inside of the cup until it gets full.
Okay, so I'd say this is probably pretty good. You can use cotton balls for the whipped cream, and you can have it like sticking out the top. You can sort of like twist it, you know, make it in whipped cream form, and just like have that for the whipped cream out of the cup, like this or something. But I am going the extra mile, and I'm going to be using white puffy paint, or 3D paint, whatever you call it. And basically, I forgot to mention this part earlier, but you'll need some foam. I'm using white foam because it matches whipped cream. So yeah.
So if you are using 3D paint, what you want to do is you want to use foam, because or else the 3D paint will just sink into the cotton and it'll just be a waste. So you want to get some foam, so you want it to put the foam in the top of the cup. So
just like press down the cup and you'll see an imprint, and then cut it out.
When the foam is all cut out, you want it to make sure that it fits very snug into the cup. So here is what mine looks like so far, and it looks pretty good. So the next step is to take your puffy paint.
And you want to squirt on just some. And puffy paint does sort of like flatten out a little bit, so you don't want to like do the swirl yet. You want to start with like one layer. And then let it dry.
You will also need a green permanent marker to make the straw, because you want to start making that while the first layer of puffy paint is drying.
If you are using a cotton ball to make the whipped cream, then you can just stick the straw on whenever, but if you are using puffy paint, you want to put the straw on when you do your first layer of puffy paint. So yeah, the first thing you want to do is to sort of make an estimate, so like on how far this straw is going to go. So I'll cut it about right here, so you can always turn it down. You want to cut with your scissors,
and if you are a bit younger, you want to have your parents' supervision,
because it can be a little difficult. Just want to sort of like that.
And then color it green. Okay, so you don't have to do the tip since that's going into the cup. You want to make sure it dried a little bit so it doesn't bleed into the puffy paint. And you just carefully want to put it in and then have it stick. And then let it dry. Okay, so it is a few days later. By a few days later, I mean almost a week later. But it's only because I was really busy and yeah. So here I have a variety of the drinks that I made, and yeah. I'll show you all of them in case you need ideas. So here I have my passion tea that I made. Still sort of drying in the middle, but yeah. So basically I just painted the inside, I taped on the logo, and if you want to have a clear lid on it, you basically just cut out a circle piece of plastic and you glue it in. And then you take a small little toothpick that's green and you glue it to the top, so it looks like you have a little drink, and it's really cute. So here I have some passion tea. And then you guys know that I have my strawberries and cream frappuccino, and I added a dollop of whipped cream on the top. Then over here I have my iced coffee. I glued on the lid. I glued on a straw also. And it has like some chocolate dripping down on the side, and I just thought it looked really good. I don't really show the back because, yeah. So here's my little iced coffee. And lastly, for this one, stuck in the straw, but I used cotton balls for the whipped cream. And so I think that it actually looks really good. This is a vanilla and caramel frappuccino. I decided to put like caramel streaks and swirls in it. I thought it looked really cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!